Hi. I hear tell you you folks want some instructional videotaping on your next recess on account of that last feller that gave you a recess with Mr. Williams. He didn't know what he was talking about when it came to tying flies for catching fish in Montana. And I'm here to tell you I got a good way to catch a fish in Montana every time. So what you want to get, you want to get one of these setter hooks first, right? So you take your setter hook and you put it in your capture jaws right here, just like that. Take it and put it in your capture jaw like that, right? Now you want to get some thread that's attractive. This is some attractive thread right there. You take and put that thread on there. You put it on there real good, just like that. Okay? Make sure it's on there real good. Okay? Like that. Now, what you're going to need to do is you're going to have to put a stinger hook. Stinger hooks are what actually catch the fish. And you don't want to go missing it. So you got to put yourself on an average size hook for the types of fish you want to catch. So if you want to catch a bigger fish, you got to have a bigger hook. So that's what we got here. So we're gonna put this little stinger hook on there and gonna tie it in there, make it secure so that it's gonna be catched by the fish's mouth. Okay, so take and put your stuff. Ouch! That hook right there. That hook is sharp. I'll tell you what. Now that hook right there. Holy smokes, that was sharp right there. I'll tell you what. Anyhow, take your wrapping sewing thread, and you can these things here. What the heck? You can. I mean, that's one of them fancy doodads that Mr. Williams used. I never worry about it. I just as soon just use a regular spool of sewing thread and put it on there. But since this is Mr. Williams' class, we got to go by the rules. So now you take and you got to snip that off. So you get your scissors and you snip that off there, and you want to throw it away. Okay, put them scissors back where they go. Now, let me see here. You got to put a body on it first. So we're gonna take some of this yarn here, and we're gonna cut that yarn off, just like that. You got to be real delicate in the way you put it on, and you're gonna wrap that yarn on there, nice and pretty, like this. Okay, and we're gonna wrap that up there. You want to make sure your wraps are ever so proper so that they work good. Now watch this technique right here. Fold it back. Look at that. Ooh, that's already starting to look pretty good right there. I like that little tail right there. You can take and comb that out. Just take one of them little delicate combs. You can get these for about $45 on the interwebs, and you just kind of tease it out. Kind of tease it out like that. Just tease it and tease it, tease it, tease it, tease it. Sometimes you got to get it wet so you have your water, and you stick that in there. Hold on to it for a minute while you put the lid back on, because you don't want to make a mess. And then when your brush is nice and wet, that'll make it all lay back nice and pretty. Look at that. Ooh, look how that's laying back nice and pretty now. Now, okay, just set that back over there. Now what you need to do is you need to put some kind of method for attracting the fish. So I found this. This female woman uses these for slippers. And so you take one of these dongy things and you kind of just take it real careful like that. And then you want to set that on there proper like, and get your delicate scissors out and take them delicate scissors and trim away just a little bit. Then, oh my goodness, I almost forgot. We got to put some lead wraps in there so that it sinks. So what you want to, oh, I think I dropped something, Mr. Williams. Yeah, anyways. So you want to take your lead, this here's lead, and you're going to put some lead on it so that it'll sink. And this lead's pretty tough, so you're going to have to get yourself some wire cutters and snip that off like that, and put that lead in there, and then can kind of tie it in a knot, tie in an overhand knot to hold that lead into place so it don't come slipping off your hooks when them big trout go to biting it. Okay, now I think we need one more attractant on it. Holy smoke. Yeah. Oh, hey, I got me an idea. Set that in there and take your wrapping thread and put that wrapping thread on there and put that in there nice and like that. Now, we're going to come back to that in just a minute because there's a secret piece of fly tying knowledge I'm going to impart on you chillins, what for you can learn how to do this the proper way. Now, this is our first part of our fly. So what we're going to do now is we're going to dress it up something fancy. I almost forgot. We got to take and put some stuff in there what'll make it so that I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. I'm coming back. Well, I got my secret weapon. Mr. Williams was kind enough to let me into his classroom today, his online learning classroom, and he wanted me to teach y'all how to make a fly what could catch a fish really good. So we're going to take some of his fly line back in. It's kind of spendy, so you don't want to waste anything. So be careful how much you're using here. So what we're going to do is to make sure you don't lose a fish, we're going to take another hook. This is sneaky. Now you got to check the regulations on account of sometimes Fish and Game, they just stick it through that little hole right there. How come they don't make them holes very... I'm trying to lick it. They don't make them holes very good. Well, I'm just trying to get it through there and get this hook on this. There we go. There. Look at that right there. Ain't nobody ever done this. I guarantee you, when the fish bites this hook, they's going to get hooked and they's going to stay hooked. And ain't no way this fish is going to get away from nobody. I'm going to trim that up a little bit. I'm going to use one of them stupid things that... There we go. I think they call them Caesars. Anyhow, stick that... Man, how come they fellers there... Look, did you see that first try right there like that? I'm going to make this one so it don't come out very good. Like wrap it around there a couple times. Tie it in a... Tie it... I'm going to take and tie it in a knot. That's what I'm going to do. That sucker's not coming out for nobody. I'm going to catch me one of them big old cutthroats on that there right there. Look, this one's a sneaky one. You slide back and forth. It's sneaky. And then this one's just sitting there real good. Now, you sit there and you take these two things, you put it in there like a loop like that. Put some more of this on there. Wrap it around. Okay. All right. Now what we got to do is that stinger hook what we talked about before. This little stinger hook right here, we're going to take that and we're going to put it in the vise. So you take these vise clamps right here, fancy vise clamps, and you just switch it around like this. You got to open them jars a little. Set that in there. Look at this rotary feature now. You take that rotary feature and what you're going to do here is put another loop in it like kind of like, you're gonna take and put a loop in. You got it. Dadgummit. Oh, dang it. They're sharp. Gotta have laser guided sharpening hooks. I'm gonna tie a knot in this. These things are the stupidest things I ever. Oh, for crying out loud, it broke. All right, take and put that on there again, and so it don't come up. Oh, down. I'm gonna tie a knot in it. That's what I'm gonna do. Stupid interwebs, YouTube videos teaching you how to just take and tie a knot. I'm gonna do a double granny knot so that thread don't break next time. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Mr. Williams got this stuff called crazy glue. This stuff, I'll tell you what, it's sticky as heck. You don't want to put. The other day I was making a fly. I put this between my fingers, and I had to use my whittling knife to get it off. I'm gonna take some of this and I'm gonna paint it on there so that when I put my stuff on, it don't come off. Be careful now, kids, because this stuff, my fingers, they was welded together like someone just, it was bad. Now, we got this tail. I think somebody took it off a baby cow. I don't think that was proper, but you got to get yourself some scissors what are good for tying a baby cow tail. And so what you're going to do, you're going to take a hank of this stuff. There you go. Now you want to clean out them fibers a little bit. Clean out them fibers, and what the heck? I'm gonna try that again. Okay, take yourself a hank of baby cowtail. There we go. Now, put them back over there where they belong. And then you take this fancy dentist tool and you hold it in your mouth and what I take and wrap it, or you hold it dentist tool and wrap it out. There you go. I don't think you need that dentist tool like Mr. Williams might think you. Don't catch that hook. Ooh, man, that thing's sharp. Okay, wrap that in there a couple times. Now that super glue's already starting to work. Now, here's what we're going to do. Got to put some feathers in there so it looks natural. So, this is a chicken that my dog killed the other day out in the yard. So I'm going to take a piece of this chicken feather, and I'm gonna take, that one looks good right there. Take that chicken feather, and you want to make it look natural. So blow it up a little bit. Put that on there. Like that. She kind of careful, man. Hooks are sharp. They're just grabbing everything. That's a good sign. Them hooks are grabbing everything. Then you know you got yourself something that's going to work real good. Now I think we're just about there. So we just got to add a couple more things. They talk about dubbing. So I got into Mr. Williams' secret stash. He calls it ice dub peacock curl. So we're going to take some of that. Just supposed to take a little bit, and you're supposed to spin it. You're supposed to spin it. And I'm spinning it. So I'm spinning the dubbing on the hooks. And then after you spun the dubbing on the hook, you got to fasten her into place like that. Now, so what I do now is I take and use them fancy snipping tools and get yourself a big long piece of string here, and you want to clip that off. Cause now we're gonna whip finish. We're gonna whip finish it, kind of like this. And then whip finish it like that. And now we're going to take some more of that crazy super glue and make it so it don't go nowhere. Okay, put that away. Now, okay, so now that's the stinger hook. What you got to do now, is you got to put the other part of the fly, the main part of the fly, back in your vice grips. Ow! I tell you what, that sucker's sharp. Take and find that original hook and put it back in there, just like you had it before. Might have to adjust the tensioners on this thing now. I'll show you the secret. This will catch fish no matter where you're at. You take yourself some Red Hot, okay? Ain't nobody ever caught a fish proper like without using bait, okay? I don't care what all them fellas say in Montana about you catch and release. We got an epidemic here, and we need to put food in the freezer. So if you want to feed your family, you need to use some of this right here, Frank's Red Hot. So just take and put that in there like that and soak it up real good. Just, yeah, oh yeah, just slide it in there. I don't think we better not tell Mrs. Williams that we used that. Oh, that's good stuff right there. There. Now, this here is a fish catching machine. You just take and find the eye of the original hook here, and right there, you tie that on there. You chuck that in the river and they start smelling that Red Hot, seeing them incandescent colors, and you're gonna put all kinds of fish in your freezer, and that's how you do it. So I hope you guys like this guest instruction for Mr. Williams' Montana history classes and his civics class. Remember, you gotta work hard so that you can get your education and make something of yourself. So this is Uncle Festus signing off.